taking sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, yeah! Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Bird on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll run on 1st down. Ross. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Let's go.
45. Mike, 45. Yeah. We don't want none. Shift.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 31. Check 31.
At the Broncos' 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Right here.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Robert Foster, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it ends with a New England touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the... The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half.
Now Garoppolo lost the football.
Go ahead.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set, 47 to Indy. Check, 45's the mic. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Ross. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
That's it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
45's the mic. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now a give right side. It's Ross. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, this is Michelle. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming.
They'll try the left side. It's Ross. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have Steph nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys. and get him set. Garoppolo.
Alert. 3 down, 3 down.
And that will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Now it's Jackson. That one complete. He finds Shark. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Mike, 45. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They'll run on 1st down. Ross. He juked him, and he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Gostkowski for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Patriots 42.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
Steven Gostkowski to kick off for New England.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Broncos send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Patriot first down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it. And that will do it for this first half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Ross. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Robert Foster with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check 53's Mike. All day, dog. Deuce, 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 deuce.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And it's taken in at the 9. Able to push his way through. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. John Ross, 82 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't for a witness, because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will offense as they take over.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Not here. 5-2 is a Mike. Mike 5-2.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
To DJ Shark. A gain of 11 on the play.
They'll run on first down. It's Ross. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running.
Double-digit carries in the second half alone. That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Heavy on the edges. Hatch it. Hatch it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Stephen Gostkowski to kick off for New England.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Garoppolo. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Mike, 45. Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
On first down, Ross. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. DJ Chark. with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
I got him.
First toss of the game here for the backup Barkley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appeared under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He completes this to Sutton. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Bird to return. $34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Patriots take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're running it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ross. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go. Here we go. 45.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any. Right now, though, I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Ready, ready. 10-2 stop. Topper.
We got a seal. We got a seal. I got it. Hit it.
Throwing on 1st down. Barkley. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Now Barkley, and he's going to go down again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss. And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football. Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Wilson with a first down carry. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
52. Here we go. Here we go.
And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Let's go. 30 base. 53. Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, huh? Go. It's going to be a long day. Go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Barkley. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Mike 45.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Go, let's go.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. 52's the mic.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Strip that ball.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point, good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by one more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the... Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
Now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Barkley. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Off-play action. Barkley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Jackson now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.